Alright, follow up. The first thing I have to say is I love this watch. I love how simple it is to use. Basically, up, down, back, and this is the enter, so you can, when you're doing anything, you can enter into there, or in the menu system, enter into any of the fields you want to be in. Now for the stride sensor, the reason why it was delayed is because it took a 2430 battery, CR2430, and I couldn't find it at first. The only place I found it was at Batteries Plus. So, a quick note on batteries for a lot of watches, especially polar watches, is they got this little slot right here for the battery casing. It's even present on the polar watch. You can use a quarter. I find a nickel works a little bit better because it fills in the whole gap. Like this. Fills in the whole gap, so less chance of stripping. I've actually stripped them out a little bit sideways. So you can see right here it says open and close. So to open it up right there, I'm just going to turn it towards open. Those two notches match up, and then it comes out. Now we're going to take a battery out. And if you notice inside here, there's a plus right there. You can see it right there. There's a plus. The bottom of the battery has a big plus there. So you're going to actually put this battery inside here. Put these down. Match up the open. Push it in there, real slot. Take your nickel and just turn it. And now it's been it's on, and now I'll need to sync it up in a minute here. But what I'll do next is I'm going to attach this to my shoes using this rubber casing. And the way that works is simply I'm going to take the lacings right there, just put them through here, and now that it's ready for us to slot into. And I'll do that real quick. Okay, so here it is all laced up. I chose to put it on these lacings right here because any closer to here might interfere with the flexing of the shoe. See how flexible the shoe is? I've been doing the this is the Nike Free Run 3.0, and I've been doing the barefoot type running, which is more ball of the foot than it is heel. I've had ankle problems for years until recently just figured out that it was actually because of the running style that you're taught in grammar school and the manufacturers, how they keep reinforcing the heels as a stopgap to true running styles. If you ever watch a child run, they always run on their forefoot. It's right here. You'll see them. They run on concrete, everything else with no problems. If you try it with a heel strike, you're going to really quickly stop because you'll see the difference. You'll feel it drawing through your whole body, your joints. And so, but like I said, this is why I put it up on these laces right here. I didn't want to put it right here where I couldn't tie it, but I also didn't want to put it too low where I couldn't do the flexing right here. And so next I'll get it inserted. It's this simple. And tie it off. So then I need to sync this up with the watch. Okay, now I have it hooked to my foot. No issue, no difference than it was before. You notice that in free running, no socks is standard. The only thing I have to figure out now is when I wear my 5-finger shoes, how I'm going to hook it up because it has the Velcro straps. I don't know if it'll hold. It probably will. So now it's just a matter of setting up the watch. So I go in here. You can go down to settings, sport profile, running, go down to stride sensor, hit return, search new. It's now searching. And it found it. And it's that simple. So tomorrow I have a run. It's the Run for the Fallen. Very excited about it. Honoring our veterans, fellow soldiers over the years who have fallen in the pursuit of keeping our country free. So I'm very excited, and I'll give you an update I'll provide an update of how the stride sensor works. I'm gonna compare the distances with the GPS and maybe do some calibration if I need to. Alright, you'll see the report here in a few minutes. Alright, here's a follow-up from the run. It was actually called a tough run, and the reason why it was called a tough run is because it had an off-road element to it, which is why I was going to test the stride sensor. You can see from the grass still inside the shoes, there was quite a bit in there, and the stride sensor never even caught anything on it or even wiggled at all. It stayed right where it is, pretty solid, no issues at all. Now, as far as the watch goes, what it did is training files. Here's the most current run. As you can see, it captured normal data when it started, how long. That's with cooldown I put in there. Total miles. All the averages, heart rate, max heart rate, minimum heart rate, total calories burned. Then the 11% of calories is from fat burning, which is aerobic. What happened was I tried to keep it in the zone, but I just kept getting caught up in the mix of the crowd. So over distance running is probably more of an individual thing. 10Ks and 5Ks are great to get you out there and kind of like see your progress. So it's a good thing to have them on a regular basis, especially if you're just starting fitness or any other thing like that. Average speed, some other thing. But here's the main thing: cadence. 73 was the average. During the race, I actually took the off-road parts on purpose, and it was interesting how the cadence went down almost 5 to sometimes 10 when it was going uphill, and then what it was on the road. The max cadence of 90 is when I actually picked it up to where I used to run before. So my goal will be to bring my cadence up probably to at least 85 until I get to top fitness, and then back to 90 or so. And that sums it up for the cadence sensor. I'll be reviewing the software next. I'm going to go ahead and boot up the software and get everything and download and go from there. And then when it stops raining here, that's in Florida, and we got hurricanes, and not hurricane, but tropical storms. So as soon as it stops raining, I'll get the speed sensor hooked up and then get that data too. Alright, enjoy!